regime change, replacing one government with another, usually by military force. That's the Oxford Dictionary definition. What happened in Venezuela on January 3 was unprecedented. US attacked, their forces entered Caracas, the capital of Venezuela, and they kidnapped the President Maduro and his wife. And the reason was told, which was told by Trump, was narco terrorism, drugs. He did not even wink when he said that. He was supposed to wink. And now the Venezuela has gone into the hands of US. Why this is very important? Everybody's talking about this particular raid by US. Let's find out in this monologue. So first of all, let's make one thing clear, that it's not about drugs or the quote unquote narco terrorism that Trump's and US talks about, their representatives talks about. It's simply about the oil. And the arrogance of Trump has gone to the level that they don't even care, or they don't even like to hide it. They do it open, directly. And this attack was so brazen that the world is in shock. So let's understand why Venezuela is so important. The first thing is that the Venezuela holds 20% of the world's total oil reserves, according to the OPEC. By capturing Venezuela, US now has an extra 21% control over the global oil reserve. Can you imagine the power that comes with that? Whoever owns that oil controls the global market. They have this lever in their hand to increase and decrease the oil prices across the world. They control everything. And after this, I don't think the already arrogant Trump, is not going to listen to anyone in the future. And given the control that he has now, he's going to be non-negotiable. He is going to be even more arrogant. So guys, we hear about Pakistan a lot, that they have a very dysfunctional system over there. There is no democracy. The military has all the power, and the military of the Pakistan runs the government. You will be shocked. I was watching one interview from a very prominent university professor of the US who made a claim that US has even a horrible condition what they have in Pakistan. Trust me, I mean, you can't compare Pakistan and US, but what they're having right now in America is more than what you can imagine. A broken constitutional system. He won't believe me, and even I could not believe my ears when this professor mentioned that the US has no control of the system from the Congress. It's a military state. And now the Congress which I'm talking about, talking here is not our Congress that we have here, but our version of the parliament, that the houses that we have here, like Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. It's their version. It's that version of the parliament in US. Now this Congress, now Trump blatantly and brazenly ignores what Congress says. Actually, as a matter of fact, the Congress should declare a war against any country or any such operation they have to carry out. The Congress should be the first one to make a decision, but Congress has no say, and Trump comes forward, or he is the man who makes all the decision to attack any country or to make any decision. And if Congress comes back and says that, hey, come on, what you're doing is wrong, he'll simply laugh at the Congress. Now further, what this professor goes on to reveal will shock you, and even had got me reeling. I was like shaking. What he's saying. He goes on to say that even Trump is not the main guy. He's also a puppet in the hands of a deep state. Now US, what he calls US is a military state, a complex military industry that runs the country, and the presidents who come from time to time are the puppets in the hands of these military states. Uh, Also about this Venezuela issue, he says that this has been planned a long ago, like 20 years before, to capture Venezuela and all the other countries that this military machine is looking for to capture. Now he also called this a military machine who's on a run. It's an unstoppable machine, and to my surprise, the presidents who come to complete their terms of their years of 4 years, they are actually responsible to put a brake on this military machine which is running and slowly capturing the world, and they are having their way. They have like 800 around 750 to 800 military bases all across the world in 80 countries. They have the CIA operating everywhere. You don't have any idea about. So he just goes on to make all these amazing revelations. So what used to happen is that Bush came, Obama came, and now Trump is here. Now the Bush and Obama were trying to control this military machine, this U.S. military machine, what he calls. But Trump is actually very excited, and he just plays along with this military operations. The president actually puts a brake on this machine, but the president is this President Trump is playing along. He's just happy to get the power and just threatening everyone now. He's threatening Denmark, Cuba. In 1947, U.S. Enacted this National Security Act where CIA was made, and since then this military machine is going on and it's out of control now. Yeah, the presidents have come and they have warned also, like President Eisenhower, about this CIA and this deep military state which is going on in US, but nobody listened. So for some time it may look like that Trump is having his way in all these things which are happening in US and across the world, but the truth is the Trump is actually run by the deep state, the military state of United States. Trump is just a puppet. So how all the things that I mentioned here is important is we are going to see in this pattern. Let's start by examining all these this US led regime changes across the world, how this military machine that I have mentioned is operating in US. Let's have a look at Iraq 2003. On the basis of the weapons of mass destruction and terrorism links, the government of Iraq was overthrown, and later Saddam Hussein was executed. Direct military force, CIA, everybody was involved, and then follows. And then after that, let's talk about Haiti. Haiti in 2004, elected President John Bertrand arrested, forced out of the country. US-backed opposition withheld aid, facilitated his exile, and then Haiti was done. Fast forward 2022, Pakistan, Imran Khan ousted via no confidence vote after his neutral stance on Russia-Ukraine invasion. Just put some label on the country and then carry out the regime change. He is in the jail now, rotting somewhere. Moving ahead, then it was Bangladesh. Sheikh Hasina resigned and fled amid massive student protests against quotas and authoritarianism. Okay, so that was it. So all these countries have been at the receiving end of the US regime change operation. It has also been carried out in India too. I don't say it prominently, but there have been so many points that refer to what happened in Delhi, which was done by Sarjeel Imam and Umar Khalid. Some experts even point out that all these things were engineered in US. All these events that took place to mobilize the crowd and to have the violence and protests all across India was somewhere or the other linked in the US. So yeah, that's how it is. So what US does that in the name of bringing democracy in the country, or ending dictatorship, or fighting communism, or so many things, and the motive is one thing: the oil and the power. They topple the government, install their puppets, and secure the resources that they want. So this is how it has been, and and this has been going on for long. The presidents have come; they have tried to put a brake on this unstoppable war machine which is going on in the U.S. It's also said that J.F. Kennedy, one of the presidents of United States of America, tried to stop this machine, and then you know what fate he ended later on. He was killed in a public parade. So the matter of fact is, it is Trump or Obama or Bush or someone who may come in the coming future after Trump. The pattern is going to be the same. The presidents are going to play a pawn, and this machine is going to operate this unstoppable war machine, $1 trillion complex, industrial military complex that is being called. So this will keep on operating, and if it is not stopped or put a check on it. So it really becomes important to set up a multipolar world. And in these present times, in these present troubled times, US cannot have the control of the whole world.